Hello, this is Kulawiak recording for my Game 3001 Assignment 2 Pathfinding assignment. So starting off here in the play scene start function, we will create a background image first and then create the tile grid on top of it, and it will by default be set to Manhattan. Moving lower, we have a fix that I used for a bug that for some reason occurred with loading tiles other than the exterior tiles. So essentially, any tile that was marked impassable is supposed to have a sprite of a rock set to spawn in its place rather than a grid format. So to fix the issue of no sprite forming, but the label forming, I created a separate class which essentially just spawns the exact same sprite that impassable tiles use anyway, and just place them on top of every location where a impassable tile would be located. And then moving further, we have the tank, which will be the actor for this demo, and we have MP target, which is represented by an oil barrel. Here we go into compute the tile cost, so essentially each label is set by this function, and then here we just create a basic sound option. Okay, so moving into the calculation for the path, we start off by examining the neighbor tiles. It will first check whether or not any of the neighbor tiles is the goal tile. If a tile is the goal tile, it will end its search there, and it will, as there is no reason to continue to searching once you have found your goal. If it is not the goal tile, first it will also check whether or not it is an impassable tile. If it is impassable, it will just skip this entire step, and it will move on to the next tile. And if it passes both of these checks, it will add that tile, compare it to the other neighbor tiles if they also pass the checks, and it will decide which tile is essentially the most cost efficient to go to. This was added as in the lab. I noticed that it would not account for impassable tiles occasionally. So essentially this was just as a buffer between the object moving through an impassable object. And then going a bit further down, once it has declared which tile is the most cost-efficient go-to, it will add it to a path list, which will essentially show the path of the actor in which it would have gone. So now we can just move on to a demo of the assignment. Pardon me. So as we can see, here we have the required title being my name and a student number, and we move into the demo. So as you can hear, there's a little bit of an orchestral string music to sort of just go for a combat/war feel. And then going into the demo, if we press H, you can see that the debug menu options will appear, and the unfortunate side effect of having to render in the sprite on top of the impassable tiles, but for aesthetics purposes, it serves its function much better. So, if we go into the GUI menu, we will just press start, and here you can see that it calculates the path for the tank that it would follow, ignoring these tiles as they are unusable or impassable, and it will continue to go down until it will find its inevitable destination of the barrel. So it most likely took this path right here, which would just end up going to this path right here, which would go down this way and eventually reach this barrel. Right, so that has been the demo for my Game 3001 pathfinding assignment. Thank you for watching.